Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to talk about my work at 2021 International Conference on Life Aesthetics and Art Industry in Taiwan. Unfortunately, at this moment, I won't be able to be in Taiwan. So, however, I'm glad that I could present my work through online platform. And today, I talk about forming the space through my works. And my name is Daisuke Nagatomo. I'm currently assistant professor at National Taiwan Normal University, um, teaching interior design, architecture, product design subject. And I'm also a design consultant and type A design firm, Miso Soup Design, and also help CSID, Chinese Society of Interior Designers, um, for international affairs. I study architecture in Japan and United States, and also achieve few international awards. So today I talk about my topic is forming the space, which because my background is architectural design, however, currently works multiple scale project, including interior and furniture. So I treat my project design process as designing the space. So when I start my project, I always think about these elements of design, which in particularly in my case, is represented by three terms. One, sustainability, and also technologies, and also cultural elements. Then when I started this process, I always thought about, okay, this project, I should emphasize sustainability. This project, I use digital technology. This project, I respect the cultural elements. However, the more project I work on, get into think about maybe I shouldn't think these elements as a separate thing. More likely, I need to take all these three elements together to create my design approach, and this approach will create the core value. And that's where I believe, I think because right now our society is very complex, we need to keep this balance. So I want to show these three elements, how I merge into my design approach, and I think where these core value exists in my project um, through, and I wanted to share these ideas. So the first project is called 3 Tree at the NTNU Museum. This one, my school, National Taiwan Normal University, currently built, we have a new museum. And before it's actually opening to public, we try to host this art event, which called In the Name of Tree. That was last year, November 11th till November 30th, which we tried to, I was invited as a participating artist, and the curator of this event told me the idea of this event is to respect the kind of around the campus, including the museum. There's many landmark trees, and we wanted to respect the tree and create this communal interaction between university, art museum, and also the neighborhood through the art that has kind of have a relationship with the tree. So when I heard this kind of idea of this event, I was quite fascinated. I was very interested in it. So I proposed a few design, two design artwork, including this 3 Tree. Was because I initially started the idea of Lightscape Pavilion, which was combination of traditional material, bamboo dowel, with a laser cutted acrylic joints and also CNC furniture. Because tree if you add H, it's become 3. So I wanted to come up with this naming called 3 tree, which has 3 columns that inspired from the form of tree, and then looks like there are 3. And also H as a human is the factor in this our work that kind of interact with my installation. So this 3 tree is, besides the part that we use digital technology or hand assembled by myself, with my assistants and my partner, we all knit the bamboo dowels with a metal thread and creates this structural integrities. And all those CNC furniture parts were actually assembled inside of the museum. It was before opening, so I had this entrance space to put them together. And this is the photo taken by official photographers that was kind of adjusting the structure. And this is the final image right after we finish assembling. Well, I mean, this is not our first time doing this technique using bamboo dowels and digital fabrication. Every time it's actually quite difficult. And this kind of small but integrated with the furniture made it quite a complex fabrication assembly process. And however, I think this geometry that created with same bamboo dowels really cohere with the background, which is this strong form, the expressive form of our museum. And also, when we have this platform, acrylic joints platform, I always try to collaborate with the other artists or other designer if they can kind of think about as interactive platform with the audience. And this time I worked with my students who study graphic design in NTNU, and then she created this series of figures, which kind of inspired by the neighborhood of the museum. And these are like kind of group photo right after we finish. And also, the initial intention of this installation was to interact with the community, neighborhood. And I saw some of Facebook actually tagged my work, and they visited, and those small kids and looks like grandmother, and I was quite happy about this kind of how community reacted to my work, and as I expected. And the second project that I'm going to share is called S90 Residence. It is architectural design, and actually this was our first architectural design project built in Taiwan, besides the Orchid House. And this is the site. This is actually north part of Tainan City called Baihe. In Chinese, like it's a white river. And when I visited the site in the very beginning, it was kind of empty, this farmland, like supposed to have these farming activities. But nature around there was amazing. And actually, my client, um, he his family actually asked the local architect for initial design, and this was the drawing my client brought it to me and said, "Oh, Daisuke, there's a project which they tried to build a house, but then they were not sure how to evaluate for example, this local architect solutions. So that I took a look. I mean, it's a very ordinary Taiwanese suburban residential building. However, when you think about kind of sustainability or talk about the because Tainan is very hot. For example, if you have a direct sun exposure on windows, what will happen? And we use this exposure analysis software to analyze this initial design and kind of recommended the client to rethink about the solution because the south side is relatively dark and kind of overly shaded with the canopy there and all those, so that I came up with certain idea. Why don't we try to kind of think about the weather because Tainan is very hot during the summer, and also think about how to create more sustainable lifestyle. This was the initial conceptual sketch that which think more of natural ventilation, sun exposure during the summertime and winter, and also ventilation within the space. And future, initially the client wanted to add this solar panel for generating renewable energy. However, I was not 100% sure if um, that will happen. So we call future solar panel expansion. And when, because the program was relatively, well, in a way simple, in a way complex, because it's a two-generation house, which is my client is a son and the wife, a young couple, and live with their parents. And so that we wanted to create certain kind of living together communal space versus they have individual privacy. So from the beginning, we were thinking about how to create this volume that has contain public space, young couple, privacy, private space, and parents, another their living space. So these are massing studies that we made physical model and discussed with client. And in the end, this one. They initially liked this one, and then from here we develop into more optional options of the study. And these are the floor plans. So you can see this. This is the living space and the kitchen, and also we have this shared bathroom. These are the parent living space, and we have a stairs to go up. And second floor will be a residential space for young couple. And these are the wall sections and some 3D visualization. And this is actually finished last year, and we took this offshore photo and with this drone flying cameras and the with the neighborhood to show the composition of the building and surroundings. Also, this angle that we particularly designed specifically the best sun exposure angle for the future solar panel expansion. And well, from this photo, really realized how beautiful these natures are, and we wanted to kind of coherent with the nature. and some kind of create more. We didn't want to kind of cut the lighting relationship, for example, with stairs, so that we did this open thread so the light can go through, and this is the toilet behind. And this is the second floor. Second floor, we have a void space, so that you can kind of enjoy this openness, and also this will be used for the ventilation purpose. And this was the small loft that can go around the this open two-story open space, and you can have a frame of the nature outside. And the third case that I'm going to share is Tendian Villa that was also completed last year, 2020. However, this project is specifically interior design, and the location was in Taoyuan. And also, these farmland houses are really surrounded by beautiful, beautiful scenery. And the previous project, the S90 residence, we could kind of think about the form and create this relationship with surroundings and surrounding nature, and also sustainability, because that was an architectural project. So that we could think about volume, we could think about relationship. That was, I think, a strong advantage of architectural design. However, if it's an interior project, we tend to not have the freedom to think about kind of relationship, because the window is given, space is given, and the structure is given. So in this project, particularly, well, this was the drawing from architect. We received the drawing from architect, and our client asked us to do inside of the structure. So we could do much about it. Was already decided. So, well, actually, we only had a few drawings, floor plans, elevations, and sections, and some of, for example, detail. So when we started this project, obviously we follow the architect's drawing. For example, third floor had this totally flat ceilings, and there are some ceiling panels, all those. So which kind of, because we start working on this project before this building was built. So we needed to create this imagination through architect drawing, which this was initial design that we follow, for example, ceiling height from the original drawing. Say, oh, this is the lower part, this is a little bit higher, and this is a kitchen, and another this small playing area also has flat ceiling. These idea of, for example, flat surfaces came from initial drawing the set of drawing that we received, and we try to work on it, how to create aesthetic values, like using different types of wood, surface treatments, and embedded spotlights, downlights. And after we actually worked on this initial design quite a long time, I think, or close to 1 year, we needed to set the location and plumbing and lights. That's why the client needed our initial design. And finally, they get the construction permit and start building this structure, superstructure. And once in a while, we go observe the constructions, And we started with this foundation when the foundation was built and almost the superstructure was completed. And finally, we could actually go inside of the structure and see, uh, experience how it looks like. And actually realized some of like very interesting uh, structure conditions or the space that we are going to cap it, meaning seal with flat ceiling. I thought it was very pity because regardless, I thought it was very nice and very kind of interesting to keep this initial conditions that kind of result from a structural solution of this building. So after we saw the space, the actual structure, we were like, oh, told the client, I think it's a too pity that we don't expose them or we don't take the advantage of the structure. So we revised the design. We convinced the client we should redesign. So we redesigned going along with the structure and how we can kind of uh, emphasize the special characteristic of this building or this space. So, for example, the praying area used to have a flat ceiling. We tried to keep the condition that we saw with the structure, this kind of angled ceiling panels. And this is the final image that we shot last year. What was technically was very successful, I believe, because in this particular project, it's quite large scale of interior design. It's easy to lose the control of choice of material, choice of coordination, choice of lighting. However, this project, through entire space, we could create this coherence. And particularly, this is the living space. We use this marble, and our client insisted he need a fireplace. I mean, so that this wall, obvious, try to emphasize his loving fireplace. And this is the entrance. So at the entrance, you see this kind of relatively higher ceiling rather than flat ceiling. And we use the height to emphasize this welcoming condition with this layer of offsetting kind of ceiling treatment. And this is at the entrance looking towards the fireplace. And through the space, we try not to block too much lighting because this site is really beautiful and a lot of natural light, great natural light. So we were thinking about how to absorb the light or how to reflect, how to transmit, and how to cut the corners and create visual relationship between the space. And also the other thing, how we could kind of cohere with the surroundings was to treat the window opening kind of having different idea of how to frame the openings. So as like this is our favorite space in this project. There was window. Initially, this window was touching the floor, but we said no, we wanted to raise it a little to create this frame and also the platform that actually different from typical uh, living surface and creates this special moment that you can see outside of garden while you have relaxing time with your family, in this case, particularly having tea. and have this kind of diffusing light to create more accent in this particular space. And second floor has 3 bedroom, including 1 master, and also this living library space that comes with the balcony. So in this library, we wanted to create this kind of continuous linear feeling which turns into bookshelves. And the third floor was this amazing called air yoga space that um, utilizing this the slab, the roof slab. So because I mean our client is over almost 60 years or over 60 years old, and he told me, said, I want to. He wished to have this air yoga exercise in his kind of, this is his retiring home. I was like, wow, that's impressive. You know, I never even done air yoga, and so that we proposed, oh, why don't we expose this beam so that we can hang straight from this beam and this hanging device. And that became actually very emphasizing this space, the character of this space, and which is like very simple. It's not like we are highly decorating. We are kind of exposing existing unfinished seating. However, it became a really special condition of this architectural design, the given design, versus how we as interior designers think about creates a character of the residential space. And this project particularly, I think that was very successful because the building actually, the architect designed it thinking how it need to look like outside. But the architect was never really thought about how it will look like inside. So that when we saw the construction, we realized this like amazing character, and we could emphasize because was kept it quite not the way it was, and then we could incorporate this from very early stage. I think that was very successful in terms of that kind of creating relationship. And the fourth case that I share is called circularity. And this um, is kind of experiment space for circular economy, and was in Taipei. And well, it's an experiment space, but partially we use as an exhibition. And that was 2019, which 2 years ago in Taipei. The location was called Huashan Zhanghuozan. It's a edge of this gray-green grass of Huashan, the cultural creative center, a creative park of Huashan, and there's a green grass, green gray round, and the edge of it there's this building. The floor plan is relatively simple. The building itself is like, I think, over 50 years, and was rented by this artist group, and also a very famous singer. Uh, uh, he's a musician from a group called Soda Green, and he plays the guitar. And that time, his band was kind of not inactive, so he was working on this some art project and also music event. And this space was rented by his organization, and we had this idea of using this space to kind of creates sharing or experimenting event to learn what's the circular economy, what's the sustainability of those kind of ambiguous topic. For us, we like right now because of United Nations of Sustainable Development Goals, everyone's like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? What's this sustainability about? But actually, there is not enough occasions that general public or people actually realize what they need to do. So that we thought this is a great opportunity for us to actually create this experimenting space so that people can experience how we can propose new lifestyle to achieve sustainable development goals. So obvious, we try to create this awareness and idea of how these 17 goals can reflect to our life and using this kind of well circular design system. So we use the space, Hwasan space, and try to use as many recyclable or recycled material, refurbished material, or general resources that actually it's available in every cities, such as wood pallet and those greeneries. And also this one of the special part of this project was using this film to create lighting fixture focal points of the space, event space, which is kind of a collective from computer screen, those LCD, LED screen. Each screen has this film. And we found that there is a recycling method to collect those film. And we wanted to emphasize this material. So what we did was we found a lot of second-hand or used wood pallet, which looks like that. And then we clean it, we sand it, and then we attach to the wall. Later, it becomes a planting surface and also creates the furnitures that can kind of movable or transformable furnitures that can rearrange the spaces. And the film that we found from this LED screen, we kind of create a rolling tube, roll it into the tube, and then kind of bound it with this plastic band. The idea of this was because that was not permanent space. So in the end, we need to take it down. After we take it down, we didn't want to throw into general trash. We wanted to, if we can, we wanted to harvest these material. And if we cannot harvest, then we wanted to create recycled material. That's why we didn't want to glue them. Once you glue, we cannot take it apart, and then we cannot kind of recycle. So we use this plastic band so that in the end, this is pure plastic, so that after we take this lighting fixture down, we can cut it and sort it, and this film goes to other purpose, and while this band goes to 100% like plastic recycling trash. So the idea of rolling tube, I came up with this kind of circle parking. You have many circle within the circle. So we load it, and then in different diameter, there are, I think, three or four different size, or three different size, large circle, small circle, and medium circle. And then we put them into a kind of larger circle and see how it will look like. And I have a video of this event. I will play this and let's come back. And this is the final photo of the space. So with this, this is experiment space, but at the same time, we didn't want to only kind of educating space. We wanted to have interactiveness with the audience or visitors, so that we kind of collaborated with the artist, illustrator. She drew this frame, and that's supposed to be, if you take the photo in front of this frame, and you can see yourself within these kind of inside of her illustration, can overlap with the existing condition and her illustration, and you can enjoy this kind of virtual reality. And well, that was kind of interesting because this is quite imaginative, and we as kind of interior designer or the space planner to have interactiveness with the visitors. I thought this was quite interesting opportunity. And the effort, huge effort went to this. Well, actually, time frame, we spent only less than a week, but like with 5 or 6 people, keep rolling, and tying, and in the end, we hang on the ceiling. Was well, and also that was this event was during the summer, so feels like you're in the ocean. That was also nice. Taipei, it's hard to get the water. I think in Taiwan we must have a nice ocean all the time. But in Taipei, it's hard, especially in the city. So this was very soothing, and I think was really great part of this project. And this is another view. And in this space, we also had certain exhibition material, which was coming from Arup, the engineering company of sustainability department, that they have done a few projects regarding with circular economies, and also NCTU student work that they conducted this design studio about the idea of circular design and circular economy. These are some images of the student work and models, and you can see these two are from Darup. And these furnitures are deconfigurable, so you can move based on the event that they are hosting. Because the actual event time was 1 month to 2 months, but almost every weekend or sometime during the daytime, there's an event teaching circular economy and certain kind of food sharing and knowledge sharing like that. So the space was really sometimes get crowded. So we needed this flexibility how to adjust the space. So we can, for example, contain maximum number of people. This was one of the biggest event we hosted in this space. And this was collaboration with Renato Lab. They are specialists in the circular economy and promoter of this concept. So this is Eileen. Eileen is talking about um, why we need to do that, and also the interaction, the collaboration with Illustrator was very successful. Some people taking photos, and as we expected. And I think because sustainability has been very serious issues. However, if we take it, not too serious, but we need to take it serious. But we take it only serious, I think we don't last. The important part is we actually need to find um, kind of rewarding feeling by doing this at the same time. That's why we can enjoy the idea of promoting sustainability. And this um, circularity project was really successful in terms of that because I could see people running and actually they're kind of enjoying this running process. And in a sense, also this space was formed by kind of by ourselves, by hand, and also thinking about how to recycle, how to reuse the material, how to utilize existing material. I think this is another possibility for our occupation to think about it, how to create the space with the mind of sustainability and circularity. And this is my last project on this presentation. It's part of this project was in Taichung and also finished last year. Well, actually, last year or early this year. And part of this project called design movement on campus and was initiated by Taiwan Design Research Institute. And this was, I think this project, 2020 was their second year, and there was over 20 schools, elementary school, junior high school, and high school listed in entire Taiwan from north to south, east to west, and we are fortunate to be part of this movement, and we had the opportunity to work on this project in Taichung, Pondong, and this was the original conditions. And this building was initially over 50 years was initially used to learn and practice this martial arts called judo, Japanese martial arts, traditional martial arts, because this university, Fondong Gozong Junior High School, was very strong, very good at this subject. However, what I heard was Taichung City decided to create special junior high or a special school for these particular sports subjects so that all the great athlete or the students decided to go to that school. So this space was actually no longer served the original purpose. So right now, this space they use only for CPR, teaching CPR, and and also quite damaged. It was not maintained well. There's a leakage. The wall is molding, and uh, some sort of like lighting was not so good. So also was a pity this building was covered by this a lot of advertisement panel, the self-standing structure. So when you see this building, the corner, for example, was blocked, and from the distance, you're not sure what you're looking at. You're looking at the building or the advertisement panels. So, and at the same time, we realize probably this thing is kind of creating a boundary between the space inside and also the outside. How, but if you look at this actually, the campus is very beautiful, and the space is surrounded by a lot of trees and natural sunlight. So we first, obvious, we wanted to make nice space inside of this initial building. However, and then the school was wishing this space to be multi-purpose kind of performing theater or space. So we thought about it. This is a quite great opportunity for us to think about not only inside, but the connection between the building, the space, and the rest of the campus. So this is my initial conceptual sketch that because this building, in original building has very strong geometry, this angled zigzag roof. However, this front side and entrance side was covered by this advertising panel, poster, praising the poster, that structure. So we wish to remove them all and create huge opening at the front side of the building and create this extruded platform that actually people from outside can see what's going on inside. Not only that, this platform could be used as a performing kind of amphitheater type of performing surface. And this circle creates connection between outside and inside, carrying the same geometry. So with the idea of connecting inside and outside, and also they have initial function as CPR, teaching CPR space, so that they have certain equipment. And also they have this yoga teaching class for the community. So we wanted to incorporate these kind of multi-function with kind of emphasizing entire space, the usage of space as much as possible. So the space itself is very simple. We have this yoga teaching space surface. This is the main entrance, and this is only built furniture or storage, which contain the equipment for CPR, also projector, the equipment, the computer and audio system, and also shoes, because you need to take off the shoes in this space. And however, the backside become a kind of bench for people to sit and look at this performance. The center of the circle, and the side there is a small counter where when the community comes and hosts certain event, they can use this to serve drinks or finger food or some brochures, information will be placed here. And as initial concept, this partial become outside, and this can be used as also as a performing. And the rest of, we intentionally shifted the center of circle a little bit to the bottom side so that we can have this entrance. You can, because this one, the original space is lifted from the ground like 3 steps. So 45 centimeter above the ground. But this pedestrian path is actually sloped upwards. So here you only have like 15 centimeter difference between this elevation height and the inside space. So we wanted to create this accessible, wheelchair accessible, or handicapped people kind of easier access to the space rather than going up 3 steps. So that we created this slope at the edge of the circle. And that you can see, this is the slope, and this is the platform, and this is a performing space, and the original entrance. And this is a yoga or multi-purpose exercising space. And also with the reason we wanted to create this entire surface as a mirror, reflecting surface, so you can see yourself, and if you're following light with the instructor and type of exercising surface. And the other thing we wanted to do was to emphasize the seating conditions by exposing original structure. This kind of similar approach as the Taoian residential project. We wanted to create, rather highly, we wanted to emphasize, we wanted to create the character of this space. And that kind of also respect the history of this building and become a partially a cultural element. So, however, if we do that, we had this concern of where the lighting fixture goes. So we use this angled cover of the existing beam and creates the track light. So you can place spotlights, and you can also adjust, you can move and based on the event or based on the space, so become more flexible. And only thing the fixed lighting is this semicircle lighting fixture that's kind of emphasizing the geometry of performing space. And the other aspect of this project, we use real-time visualizing software to actually understand the relationship between inside and outside. Because we wanted to understand lighting, natural lights, and also visible connection, what kind of glass we should use, what kind of division is the best. And the software actually helped us to understand the conditions inside and outside. I think that was another great finding that we learned from this project. And as you see in this image, there was kind of historical quote of this space that was used to hang on the wall. And we saw it, initially the school said they want to keep this, but they don't know where. And they said, the director said, oh, maybe they can keep it in the principal's room. And we were like, no, that's too pity. This is kind of showing the history of this building, and we wanted to incorporate or implement, embed it somewhere in the space. So we actually decided to put it in the mirror wall to merge into less of this reflection. And what we did was we have this clear, like typical mirror, reflective mirror on up and bottom. And this middle, this area has this black band is the same height as this panel. And we emphasize this with black mirror. So become kind of divisions and also become a design element. And this from the outside, you can see this is the handicap access. And also this platform you can use to perform to the rest of the campus. And this is the condition of construction. That you can see we built a new floor, and this was the actual condition. We removed the ceiling panel and realized, oh, it's a lot more aged than we thought. But it was really impressive to see a condition like that. And the historical element of the space is officially embedded into the wall. And this is the circle that we are building for the performance and the seating. And the other thing of amazing part of this project was school was very supportive on this project because the design movement on campus actually has a limited budget, and it's like 1.25 million. And our space was relatively large. Usually with the budget, you can only do one small classroom. And our case, initially when we started this project, our scope was to just do inside. And because the size is a lot bigger than usual, typical this list of project, we are afraid we don't have enough budget to actually achieve what we wish to do. And however, the school was really supportive that they raised another funding for this building, and they changed entire windows. These side windows were all changed to new windows, and Taichung until almost finishing this project was very sunny, no rain. We didn't realize until one day start raining very hard, and then the roof start having these watermarks, and it was like, oh, it's actually leaking. So the leakage was not only from the wall, but also was from the ceiling, so from the roof. So the school actually helped us to fix the waterproofing, and all those were outside of this initial budget, because if it was within the initial budget, impossible to achieve this finish this project. Almost fixing the windows cost take the entire kind of funding, I think. So this was in the middle of the construction, and the circle was built. Or the panel was hanging here, and we moved to the mirror wall. And this is a video that's showing and the entire process of the project, and the interviewer is my partner Mini Jen.
进到一个空间的时候，你会很直接的，因为你人坐在这里，身体在这里面伸展，都是美感生成的一个重要关键。现在的学生，他们的校舍难道要跟我们30年前一样吗？其实不一定。第一次进到丰东，其实我们觉得它非常的美丽，校舍很整齐以外，它还有很丰富的绿意。但是角力馆呢，建筑物它已经有50年的历史了，它缺乏整修，也在角力馆的时候做了很多的增建，其实看起来像一个很封闭的盒子。这个盒子的外围被海报板整个都遮住了，
因为这间平常都是关着的，虽然它在学校的蛮正中心的地方，但是好像就是一个比较 没有人会去使用了。
墙壁都是灰灰的，然后通风比较差一点。
我们进来希望能够做的就是展开它。我们将东侧的这道墙打开，不需要的海报、看板全部撤掉，让整个视野延伸出去，让空气跟阳光跑进来。民国57年很有建筑特色的折板，我们希望能够将它恢复。地板将它拆除以外，防水需要重新上。我们设计了一个舞台区，原本既有一个下凹的半圆形舞台，当我们将所有的落地窗打开的时候，也可以很自然的成为一个延续性的空间。
感觉这里变得更大了，而且灯光比较好。
椅子这边就觉得有那种艺术的感觉。
窗户变得很大，所以看得到外面，直接觉得是跟外面在连接着。
已经比之前好很多了，然后会给人家一种就是有家的感觉。
美感很难教，这个东西需要去体验。如果有机会去体验，看到更多很棒的空间，并且在里面活动的话，我想自然而然他可能就会发现到，还有什么东西可以再进步一点。
And capturing the moment of this renovation project. And as you can see, this side was totally open to the rest of campus, and the circle platform was extruded to connect outside and inside. And the spirits of space was kept and embedded into the building. And this is a mirror, clear mirror, top and bottom, while we have this black mirror to emphasize this ratio. And for the light, this angled beam cover has a diffuse light going upwards, so that emphasizing this angulated ceiling conditions. And we also kept the fan. And here has actually a projector screen, also hidden in this gap. And this bench we cladded with paper tube to kind of create this sophisticated surface finishes rather than all wood and only white paint. So this also creates very clean rhythm and actually emphasize this circle condition. This is another view that you look in entire space from the edge of the building. And this is from the outside. Now you can see how this existing structure of the roof is really coherent with the inside. Even the daytime, you can clearly see the relationship. I think this was really an amazing achievement. And the other thing is this campus was really beautiful. Especially this was shot beginning of this year with this beautiful sceneries and changing color of the leaf, yellow and green mixing together. And you can see through entire space. And at the end, you can see the reflection. And daytime and nighttime totally changes how it appeals to the rest of the campus. And also, we added exterior lighting because some community events going to host at the night, evening, and the campus is relatively dark. So when the neighborhood people goes to this building, it's easier to find the way, and also less dangerous. They don't get trapped on the way, and they can find easy. Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really glad that I could present my work. And this lecture focus on how we approach to designing the space, including architecture, interior renovation project, also circular economy, circular design project. I hope you could see how we generate these ideas through my lecture. We have also website and social media. Please follow us for our updates. Thank you so much, and hopefully I can go visit Taiwan next time. See you. Bye bye.